In this video, we will look at how, as the main contact for your organization, you can submit your OBA 12-month report card and governance declaration. The 12-month OBA report card is pre-populated with the information into the 6 months OBA report card, where that is available. The task to submit your OBA report card, the 12-month version, will have been sent to you by your development officer 6 months after completing the 6-month report card. As main contact, you will be notified by email to log into the system and to complete the task, which is visible under the upcoming tasks on your homepage or dashboard. To complete the task, the main contact clicks the Submit OBA Report Card button under the task column, which will take you to the application processing screen. On the left-hand side of the screen, the Documents tab is displayed. To view your 6-month OBA report card, filter the comment types. OBA, click OK, and look at the latest version to see your Neighbourhood Renewal Project Report Card 6-month version. You can choose then to download that to your machine as a Word document. Go to your Downloads folder. The 6-month OBA report card will be available to open as a Word document for you to review. Note that while the 12-month OBA report card is largely pre-populated with information from the 6-month report card, some sections are not auto-populated. Specifically, Section 10, Leveraged Funding, in the 6-month OBA report card will not be pre-populated. You will need to cut and paste that data into the 12-month OBA report card. On the right-hand side of the screen, you will see the Activities window. Here are the activities that need to be completed as part of this task. There is also a Done section and Not Applicable. The Done section, once activities are completed, they will move into this Done section. And below that, then you will see next steps to be able to send your task forward in the workflow for the next stage of processing. Now, to submit the outcome framework and performance measures, click the blue arrow next to the report card, and the form will be displayed. The user, the main contact in this case, will be brought to the index page of the form, which displays every section of the form. Click on any of the section titles to go to that section. Generally, it's useful to start with Section 1, the Agreed Outcome Framework, and go through each section to add the relevant numbers, percentages, or values for the performance measures set by the development officer in agreement with the sector. Section 1 is disabled and can only be reviewed by the main contact. In Section 1, the development officer has set the delivery outcomes in the area plan which the project is expected to support directly. Next, a yes/no question. Does the project include strategy manager or technical assistance or NR coordinator post? And that is pre-populated from the 6-month report card. Now we can click Save Draft and Continue. Sections 2 to Section 9 follow the same format and are auto-populated from the 6-month OBA report card. Agreed performance measures. These are the performance measures set by the development officer and agreed by the chairperson. Here they appear as read-only. Then the performance measures. Numbers, values, percentages to be entered by the main contact for the relevant criteria, and only measures selected by the development officer are available to be filled out. If other measures become relevant as performance measures during the 6 months, these can be enabled by clicking the applicable checkbox. That means that this measure will then be enabled. If any of the selected measures are no longer deemed relevant, tick the Not Applicable checkbox and that measure will be disabled. The how well and is anyone better off questions are enabled or disabled based on the performance measures above. Percentages are auto-calculated unless a statistically valid survey was used. See the red text on the left. What you did, provide a short description of the activities from which the data is drawn. Note, here projects can also include links to their social media, YouTube, Facebook, etc. Then we have a free text box for the story behind the statistics. Provide qualitative evidence of impact or difference made. This might include changes in attitudes to personal and family health, changes in lifestyle. Click Save Draft and Continue to move through each section. Through to section 9. And then 10. Section 10, as we mentioned previously, is not auto-populated from the 6-month OBA report card. The main contact must re-enter the leveraged funding data that was entered in the 6-month OBA report card, and then they can add any funding or investment from other sources leveraged in this period. After completing each source row, make sure to click the Add button to save the row in the table. Otherwise the row will not be saved and the information will be lost. Once the Delete button is displayed beside that row, it means that the specific row is now stored in the table. Section 11, the Chairperson Director Framework Agreement. This section was completed by the Chairperson Director of the statutory body in the 6 months OBA report card. This is auto-populated in the 12-month report card as read-only. And then we have section 12, the governance declaration. The main contact needs to complete the expenditure update table and also the voluntary and community organizations only question. Question 12.2, voluntary and community organizations only. Has your organization met your HMRC liabilities in respect of NI payments? Answer yes or no. If yes, a file upload question is displayed. If no, a free text box to provide an explanation. For question 12.3, other funders update. If yes, again, the text box is displayed and the main contact can provide details. For governance update, if yes, changes to governance where you can provide details, or no. Question 12.5, acceptance and declaration by a chairperson or director of a statutory body. This is read-only for the main contact. On completion of this section, the main contact can click Save Draft and Continue. And as this is the last section, you'll be prompted to submit form now. Click Yes, submit form now. This will return you to the activities processing screen where you will see that the report card has moved from the to-do section to the done section. If we move to next steps, click the OBA report card and governance declaration to chairperson for approval to send that to your chairperson. They will receive a task in their task list to complete. You will see as main contact that that task has now gone from your task list and it will be with your chairperson, and they will receive email notification asking them to log into the portal to complete their section. Now, as chair of my organization, I have received email notification of a task, and when I log into my portal, I can see here I have a task to approve OBA report card 12 months and governance declaration. To complete this task, I click on this button, which will take me to the application processing screen. As we said previously, as the chair or director, I can now filter my documents by OBA report card to see the 6-month report card. Download that. That will be in my download folder and available to open as a Word document. And I will also have the activities task to complete. Neighborhood renewal project card for 12 months. You can see that's in the to-do section. There's a done section, not applicable, and next steps below that. When I complete this task by reviewing this form, it will move into the done section and I can proceed to next steps. It's important to note now that some sections of the 12-month OBA report card are not auto-populated. Section 11, leverage funding, and the 6-month OBA report card will be used to copy and paste data to the 12-month OBA report card. So now let's look at our activities. To agree the outcome framework and performance measures, I click the blue arrow next to the Neighborhood Renewal Project Report card, 12 months, and the form will be displayed. So the user is brought to the index page of the form, which displays every section of the form. Click on any section titles to go to that section. Let's start with the Agreed Outcome Framework, Section 1. And here we can see the delivery outcomes agreed with the development officer. They appear as read-only. Then save draft and continue to move to the next section. In Section 2, Community Renewal, the chairperson is asked to review the data entered by the main contact. The performance measures, numbers, values, percentages, entered by the main contact for the relevant criteria. How much, how well, is anyone better off? Additional measures. And then sections about what you did and the story behind the statistics. The chairperson can move through each section, 2 through to 9, reviewing the data that's been entered, and making amendments as required. In Section 10, the chairperson is asked to review the data that has been entered by the main contact. The leveraged funding is to describe any source of funding or investment from other sources within this period. Save and continue. Now we have the Chairperson Director Framework Agreement. This section was already completed in the 6-month OBA report card and is read-only in the 12-month OBA report card, which we're looking at now. And finally, we have Section 12, the Governance Declaration Statement. The chairperson is required to review the data entered by the main contact, the expenditure update table, the voluntary and community organizations only free text, the other funders update, the governance update, and the text if it has been completed. And finally, the acceptance and declaration. The chairperson or director of a statutory body completes this question. They must enter the full name, date, and accept a statement. On completion of this section, the chairperson can click Save, Draft, and Continue, which will bring the user to the form submission page. There's a tick box for a statement, as well as entering the name and the date. Now click Save, Draft, and Continue. Yes, submit form now. That will take me back to the application processing screen, where I can see the task in my activities panel to complete the report card has moved into the Done section. Next steps. I can click to submit the OBA report card and governance declaration to my development officer for review. That task has now left my task list. If the development officer approves my report card, the process is complete. If the development officer requests more information, the main contact will be notified by email with the changes required, and the process restarts